their own set. So this gives you MPEG-1. Now, when people haven't finished MPEG-1, and they already started the project for MPEG-2. So MPEG-1 is designed for lower type of bit rate, and MPEG-2 is designed for high quality. High quality back then, not now, but you know, as we can all see, DVDs looks a lot better than VCD. Is that correct? DVD image looks a lot nicer, right? So MPEG-2 is designed for high quality, and MPEG-1 is designed for lower quality type of archiving. Okay, so after 261, it takes people in ITU take a break, and then they started with 263, 263 plus, 263 plus plus, and plus means there's a little improvement from here to here. Still the same old standard, but more advanced features. Okay, and plus plus means it's the plus of this guy. So so after a while they say, okay, H.263 plus 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 is going to look ridiculous. So let's start H.264. Okay, so they name it an entirely different codec. Now, as you can see, there's no MPEG-3 over here, right? There's an interesting story on that. MPEG-3 actually got started, and they would like to design MPEG-3 for high definition television, HDTV. So there are a lot of proposals, and then guess who's the winner? Something very close to MPEG-2. Okay, so they say, okay, in that case, we're gonna scratch MPEG-3, and we're gonna just use MPEG-2 instead. Okay, so right now, I don't think HDTV is very popular in Vietnam. Right? There's no broadcast. There's no HDTV broadcast here. But there has been a lot of HDTV broadcasts in the US. The quality is stunning. For example, the 64 matches of the last World Cup is all in HD. And I just have to buy my own HDTV for it. It's heaven enough, okay? It's totally different.
Can you tell people the cost for HDTV display?
Well, there are many different kinds. The most costly is the 1920 by 1080. That's called 1080p display, and it can be like $10,000 easily. Okay, but the lower end, the mid end of HD is 1280 by 768 or 720. Okay, that one you can buy for about 3,000, and then there's another guy about. It all depends on the resolution of the TV. There's another guy also called HD, but doesn't quite have the resolution. It's 1024 by 720 or 768 or something. That one may be around 1,500. Okay, so they're still expensive, and the content. The main problem is the content. We don't have too much HD content to show. So even in the US, there are about 10 HD channels, and they are mainly National Geographic type of. So you get to watch a lot of nice vacation places and interesting animals and so on and so forth. But there's just not a lot of content right now. So I think it's going to take a few years for Vietnam to catch up. But we've been studying that problem for a long time now. That shows you the difference between cutting edge research and real product coming out of the market. Okay, it takes a long time for these things to mature and becomes popular product as things that we can use every day. Okay, now so this gives you an idea of what has been going on in terms of setting up standard. Now, in the field of video coding, it's hard to have your own video encoder decoder unless you're Microsoft, okay? Because if people have various different kind of encoder decoders, sharing data, watching videos will be extremely difficult. You have to go get this codec, and it's really troublesome, right? So unless you're Microsoft and you integrate everything into the operating system, then okay, that's a different story. But for most of regular common people like us, we have to depend on these standards, because these standards tell you precisely how you should implement, how you can design and implement a working video codec. Okay. Now, another thing about standard that I would like to say is that the standardized committee only specify the bitstream syntax. Okay. They only specify the bitstream syntax. You have to follow this rule and this rule and this rule and this rule so that the bitstream can be decoded by any decoder out there. Okay. What that means is they leave a lot of room for you to play around with. Okay. For example, it never tells you how to implement motion estimations. Okay. It only cares about, okay, feed me the motion vectors for this macro block. Okay. Whatever you do to get that motion vectors is up to you. So that's why there are various MPEG-2 encoder out there with various quality level. Because it depends on how the implementer decide to do a certain things. Okay? So that gives you a lot of flexibility to deal with, although it's an international standard. Okay? Now, so let's take a look at 261, and I spend most time here because it's the first video coding standard, and then a lot of the other guys are just improvement over H.261. Okay? So this guy is designed for bit rates around 64 kilobits per second to up to 1.92 megabits per second, and it actually is an entire series. 261 deals only with video, but there is also the audio codec, okay, to go along with it, and then the synchronization, the system control, the multiplexing, all the hairy details that put the video and the audio together into a complete unified bit stream, and that's the system components. Okay, so the goal is to do real-time video phone and video teleconferencing at rather low bit rate and with a reasonable delay. Okay, so this entire thing, okay, it's called this entire system is H.320. And it has the video codec, it has the audio codec, it has all the communication equipment, the system control, the end-to-end networking, everything melts together into the final 320 bit stream. Okay?
Sir, what happened delay there?
Oh, well, because sometimes you have to synchronize between the video and the audio. Certain part of the audio has to go with a certain frames, okay, so that you can synchronize, okay, especially when singers is singing on stage, right? Okay, you want the lips to match up with the audio. Sometimes that can be a problem, but right now this codec is really simple. It fixes the resolution. Fixed resolution. It only works with SIP and QSIP. Okay, SIP is 176 by 144. QSIP is twice this size. Okay, and it breaks that SIP frame into group of blocks. Okay, so there are 3 group of blocks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, each group of block gets split into a bunch of macro blocks. Okay, and each of the macro blocks. So each of the macro blocks look like. So this is the size of the group of blocks, okay, 176 across, 48 across. So you will see that there are 3 macro blocks in the vertical dimension and 11 in the horizontal dimensions. And each of this square looks like this, with 4 luminance blocks and 2 chrominance blocks.